we're gonna go on in 5 minutes. I think we're gonna let this part kind of.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah, 5 minutes, man. 7 o'clock.
We're live. We're live.
I gotta test it to see if you're gonna be back again.
I still can't believe you brought me on for this ride. I mean, I don't know. Really don't know. It's a great thing.
I like the idea of inviting him in to like, do 5 records.
We didn't do anything.
We're going on 7. We have 4 minutes still. This is just the opening, the introduction part of the whole party. First year, let's see. 4 minutes till air fill. Go pee. Everybody hope you're ready out there. We're gonna drop this all over the place. Screw it. We're sharing it with my grandma, my aunts, and uncles, my cousins. Everybody's listening and watching for the planes of existence. Get everybody rolled in the room. We have a guest tonight. He's worthwhile. I invite him personally. I like calling my friend and find out after the show.
Let me know who's watching. First off, anybody watching?
Oh, there's already people out there watching. Of course there are, buddy. Let's hit the little mesh shellers in the background. Let's preview of our guest here. He's the one on the guitar.
I met Frisco King, swinging on that golden gate, but then Kansas City kitty smiled at me. I left Montreal back in Omaha, when Kansas City kitty smiled at me. Well, she came from Missouri and she shoved me like a Texas steer, she buffaloed me. Now every Jill and Jack gets the well-known hack of sound. Kansas City kitty smiles at me. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we won't be having Julie on the show in the middle, but we'll make those sounds up in our mind. Folks, it's almost that time. Got about a minute to go. Probably should have asked first if I could use that material. How does one put on a show like this? They ask sometimes. And I say, hey, it's a mess. It's a mess of windows and fun. But it's that time.
I'm in the John, the Phil and John zone. I'm in the John, the Phil and John zone. I'm in the John, the Phil and John zone. Everybody, I'm in the John, the Phil and John zone, I'm in the John.
John.
Phil and
You're in
John
the
zone,
John.
you get your fill. In the John, in the Phil and John zone.
All right, folks,
Hi,
we're back.
John.
We're back. Hey, Phil, what's up, buddy? 7 o'clock, Wednesday, December 10th, 2025, the year of our chicken. Super glad to have you back in the room with me, Phil. How are you tonight? Having a little cola to start the night. I got a beer for after this. It's going to be delicious. How you been, man?
Very good, John. Very good. Very good. Can't complain. I'm glad to be on our show.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
I'm not
Yeah.
Johnny Cash. Yeah, but welcome back. We got our guest tonight coming in here in a few minutes. Our friend Andrew Morris, folks, from the band The Match Sellers. It's funny, I do this every time I did that for Kyle Tuttle too. I forgot his last name as I was saying his first name because I spaced out right before the show. I wrote it all down. I knew it. I've known this guy for years. I met him in Hartford years ago. He was with a band called The Match Sellers. He's also kind of doing some work with some other musicians we know, and we're going to have him come in the room here in a little bit and share some of his music, and we're going to look at records together, and we're going to hang out, and me and Phil are going to shoot the breeze, and y'all are hopefully going to comment and make some chatter out there in the comment boxes. Nobody has yet, but that's okay. If you got questions for Phil, please put them in the comment section, and we'll get into them as the show progresses. He can offer wisdom beyond your wildest dreams. But
I'll give you my honest opinion too.
and you know what? Your honest opinion is the wisdom. You understand that? You always like, well, I don't have much wisdom.
You know,
It's an honest opinion, a real thought that comes to you, and from a good person, what they say when you ask them a question.
I'm a great person. Cheers, John.
Cheers again. Let's just
Thanks
cheers
for having me on this show.
You're welcome. Hey, Sheila Whitaker, what's going on? She's checking in
Hello,
first. Comment
Miss
of the night is
Sheila.
Sheila Jones Whitaker. You win a prize, but we'll figure out
Love
that
you,
before you
Sheila.
go.
Missed you, honey. Cheers.
I don't know if he's going to watch tonight. We do have a good guest coming on tonight. He's going to play some music for us, and he's a good friend of ours too. We'll bring him in here in just a few minutes. I want to get the me and Phil part out of the way first. We've had these guests. Last week we had guests do records with us. Me and Chad came in, and we talked for like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, I got cut off by some technology. Yeah.
I think it was a bottle of something maybe that happened there that
Probably
fell
my
onto the
fault.
keyboard that knocked the escape button out. But anyway, you guys know who Phil is, don't you? He paints records.
Yeah, I do.
He's the painter in the
Cool
group here.
stuff.
He's quite the creator, and I don't know. I'm pretty lucky to have him as a buddy when it comes down to this whole thing and doing the Phil and Johnzo. He came to me recently. I'll say this in front of him. I don't mind saying it in front of him. I'm not embarrassed. And he couldn't believe that we did it and what we were doing. And he was like, "What is this? This is this crazy show we're doing." But it's not really a show. It's just two guys shooting breeze. And if you know us, you might get something from it. If you don't know us, you might learn a new recipe. Probably not. But we're just here to have a good time. Talk about music and art and our lives and how we got here. And he's already gone. He already wants to leave. He wants to quit already. That's my boy. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this beer right now because tonight's show is brought to you by not Nuglarius but Omar Lujan.
Now we can get it. Yes.
You can get it in Illinois, or
We used to get. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't think you can get it in Illinois yet. I don't think you can get it in Illinois yet. And that's the significance of why it's just regular old beer. But we're not sponsored by them. We're sponsored by Omar Lujan because he had a birthday this week and he gave me this beer.
Omar, yeah.
So Omar gave me this beer. So Omar, if you're out there, bud, we love you and hope you're having a great night tonight. He's going to some cake show, I think, in Chicago. See cake? For his birthday show, he gets to go see birthday cake, which is awesome because he loves cake. You like cake? I love cake. What kind of cake do you like?
Look, this is sponsored by one of my favorites guys out there, Charlie Parr. I love Snoopy. Charlie Parr, good stuff. And here's an old one. I have albums everywhere. Brainchild with Pony on it. Beautiful thing. Brainchild, good stuff.
Put Pony on it. Hey,
I
Pony.
can't have vinyl records. Anybody know? Go ahead.
Love Pony. Everybody loves Pony. Was a great person. Great person. If you're out there, if you need somebody,
You always signed it with
Little Pony.
Artichair.
Yeah, Little Pony drawing. Crazy musician, amazing musician of all.
A great band. I see a lot. I mean, I go, woof.
Did you do any research on this band, the Match Sellers, or anything that were like this guy?
A little bit, not that much, but I know I did. I painted an album for them. No, I did not. so I did not.
You probably did pay an album for him. He said he had one
Well,
somewhere.
I did. I know it.
Okay, well, you work 200 shows a night, right? You say that right? Yes, you said that right.
What, do you think I know everything?
No, but I think I'm gonna bring him back in the room and we'll do records. We'll just start
All
off the records
well-
with him in the room. Hey, Phil, cheers.
Sure. Hey, Andrew.
Hey.
That's our guest, folks, Andrew Morris. Hey, Andrew, welcome, bud. Welcome to the Phil and John Zone officially.
Hey, thanks, and I really appreciate that like rockin' intro music. That's
Yeah.
you know the kind of guy I am.
It's
Thanks.
the closest thing to the Ren and Stimpy theme song I could find for the show, and I think it's still like license free. They haven't got me on that one yet. It came free with Apple Music. I think it came free with Apple Music, so or Apple iMovie, I think is what it came with. Anyway, so how you doing, Andrew? Good to see you, bud.
Hey, I'm doing great. You know, I've been better. I've been worse, but I'm not gonna talk about those times.
I like that.
Right now, I'm just right here with a couple really attractive looking gentlemen. I really have to say.
Well, we had makeup come in right before the show. We got the touch up on my appearance setting on the phone on the thing. It's set to touch up my
Andrew,
appearance.
I heard good things about the match. Well, no, I don't.
Well,
Don't.
he heard that you were in a band called the Match Sellers.
Hey,
Well,
that's
yes.
good.
I heard good things. So, okay.
I think if he saw you perform or saw some clips of the Match Sellers, he'd remember seeing you play because it's a very memorable experience, folks, when you see the Match Sellers play. And we're not here to sell Match Sellers. We're here to sell Andrew Morris. This is the man with the plan. We've got all kinds of projects going on, but Match Sellers is how we found him.
I got a lot of irons in the fire right now. I've been playing with the Hillbenders here lately, and I joined them, I don't know, maybe about 6 months ago or something, and we've been kind of getting together a pretty cool new sound that's adding some synth. So it's really
Right.
fun to play like banjo with the synthesizer.
Okay.
So
Hillbenders
that's
have always been kind of innovative along the way. They've tried different things and taken the bluegrass in different directions. The Who, for instance, you know.
Yeah, they have, and I've been big fans of them for a long time, and I've known Chad Graves for quite some time. He recorded on our Bluegrass Astronauts record, and he
Yeah.
toured with us for a little bit when he
played
wasn't
with you for a
touring with
while.
Hillbenders.
I remember when Chad was playing with you guys. He's a character if there ever was one too.
Oh yeah,
Talk about transformation of character over time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a trip. So anyway, yeah, we got a new single with those guys coming out a week from today, actually. That's a song I wrote. That's kind of a nice December tune, and so been doing that. I've been playing a little bit with my buddy John Depew, who's a really, really monster picker who lives out in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, and writes this like crazy, like almost prog rock, mandolin stuff.
You're in
So that's
Kansas,
been-
right? Kansas is your neighborhood, right?
yeah. I'm in Kansas City, Kansas now.
Awesome.
I grew up in Indiana, but met my wife Julie, and we moved out here. So
Now, before we got him on the air, I told him to go to his music collection to pick out a few of his things he likes. So we'll do them in turn. We'll like take turns showing an album or something like that. Phil, you got your records handy? We don't even have to show all five tonight. We'll do a few and see how we feel because we did do this for like an hour last week. We tried to just come on. We'll do 5 records. Sometimes it takes like 7 to 10 minutes to
You're
20
from
minutes.
Kansas, then?
And last
Yeah.
week,
You know Moonshroom?
I know Moonshroom very well.
Yes,
I
I
was
know
just
Jay Keegan.
then
yeah,
really-
Jake
Used to
Keegan.
be in Grass-Fed.
Yep. That's
I know him. If you say I'm the record guy, say hello to him. Moonshroom, yeah, beautiful thing.
well. I'll
Anyway,
I'll
we'll
just
let
call
Andrew
him
go.
right
Andrew-
now on the air.
Well,
Actually, I have one of their CDs downstairs. I thought about bringing up. I'll go bring one up. You guys share your first 2 CDs. So
All right,
go
all right.
try to
I'll
find
start-
one
I'll start
of
one.
those CD.
He's going to show CDs. He's younger than us, Phil.
That's fine.
He doesn't know about putting
I'm
them in a
really
microwave and
old.
turning them into
I'm
records
really
yet.
old for this show, but I know people. What up?
I'll start, man. I stole this hat off this album cover here, man.
Yeah,
Everybody's
I
Chicago
love-
Farmer.
Go for it. Beautiful thing.
Well, I'm just going to start. You can keep talking if you want to. I don't care. But I took this hat off the
Yeah,
album
Kansas.
cover here.
You
Good old
know,
Chicago farmer, Midwest side stories. If you're not familiar from the area, I always like to promote Cody. He's the one who did our theme song there tonight. I'm in the John. I get my fill in the John, in the Phil and John zone. He wrote that. We always open that up to all our musician guests too, Andrew. We do accept theme music because I think we're up to our 5th or 6th theme song now that we just randomly use depending on what night it is or how I feel, who's on the show. And tonight, Cody got picked. But yeah, Cody, this is a great one. Got 2 sides of the story. It's also got the skateboard song on it. If you're not sure, skateboarding is bad. Great song. Anyway, we just like to show. We talk a lot about because we're artists and album covers have such an interesting perspective compared to the music that's inside the album. Sometimes it matches right off the bat. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's interesting. Sometimes it's not. I like this one. It's like Cody got everything he could find in the yard: a rake, a beach ball, an umbrella, the snow shovel. They were like, we need more stuff for the picture. Looks good, Cody. Anyway, there's no point to it. Phil, you want to show a record?
You got it, buddy. It's Ravi Shankar. Got to check it out. It's kind of a eclectic thing. Not much to say. Got to see his son somewhere someday.
You know who his daughter is?
What?
You know who his daughter is? Nora Jones, the singer, is his daughter.
Oh, I love Nora Jones. Really?
Yeah, that's Ravi Shankar's daughter.
No,
We'll figure that one out.
love Nora Jones.
99.9% sure.
The next four are
right.
going to be better. So that was.
Anytime we give a fact on the show, folks, it's
Are you having a cup of tea?
it might be
or
wrong.
Doing a Rumpelman. What do you
This is Pepsi.
off medicine.
Pepsi. I had caffeine. I need
All
a
right.
little.
Who's up?
Andrew's going to
All
show
right.
us something now. Then we'll get a real taste for who Andrew is. Oh, Danny Barnes.
You recognize that? Yeah, Pizza Box by Danny Barnes there.
Oh, I
And
love Danny Barnes.
first time I saw him actually was at the Hartford Festival, and he was doing that like electric banjo stuff, and it just blew my mind. And then I did a
Kind of like MIDI sampling on the banjo and like looping.
it was really cool. And so and anyway, I just love, I guess my lighting's not very good in here, but I love this album cover, how it's got like, just him with the sort of aeroplane glasses on, and then like the gun and the peace symbol right next to each other, and sort of this like weird cryptic code in the middle of the United States.
Oh, my computer is telling me to take him to his Venmo page.
Oh.
No.
So
Danny's
no, this is
great.
one of my favorite records of all time.
You had opportunity to talk with Danny before, Andrew?
I've never talked with him. I
have.
put out a record that was like electronic banjo thing that was sort of inspired by him, and I actually sent him an email because he had a cassette label called like Minor Bucket Records, and I sent him a thing and was like, "Hey Danny, I know you don't know me, but I'm just like a huge fan, and I did this kind of electronic banjo record, sort of inspired by you. Would you maybe think about putting this out on your cassette tape?" And he was like, "Nah, sorry, man. I only do it for like my friends I know." I was like, "Okay, that's fair."
That's trippy. Well,
But
one
he
time
got back to me, so that's cool.
I reached out to him one time, and he sent me a cassette tape. I got a Danny Barnes cassette. No, there's nothing written on it at all. It's just a clear tape with nothing written on it at all. And it was in an envelope, and it was like basically it sounds like he went on the stage to do a show, stuck it in the boombox, and pushed record, and then did the show. And then sent me the tape. So he's awesome right there, man. Danny Barnes, innovative, and to speak with him, he's very intelligent. He's very to the point. And his vernacular is pretty incredible when he speaks. I love it. I'm doing another one here. We'll do a few. We'll see where we end up at. We won't go too far. This is one of my favorite old punk rock bands. They're called Big Drill Car, and it's a cool album. I bought it at an old record shop for like $2 back in the day. But for some reason, like certain albums have stayed with me my whole life. Like I listened to like a lot of punk rock when I was a skateboard kid growing up, and so punk rock was like my theme. I had to have it all the time, and not a lot of it didn't stay with me over time. But this album, for some reason, is just really good. It's only like 5 songs. It's called Small Block. It's basically an EP. But the cool thing about this EP is they saved money because they only put grooves on one side of it. One side is just the wax, and the other side is actual, which I think is cooler than any other record I've held in my hand before. I mean, you don't see that very often. But they must have just saved money. They were like, well, if we don't do both sides, is it cheaper? Maybe. Or they only had 6 songs. They're a punk band. All the songs are about 2.5 minutes long.
But it's a good one. Big drill car, small block. There again, I don't know why. These are kind of random tonight. I was so excited about having Andrew on the show that I just grabbed 5 records. But
That's cool.
my background record. I always have an album in the background. If you know which one that one is, you might win a prize.
What up, buddy? We're gonna go outside.
All right, Phil, you're up, buddy. We'll do one more, and then we'll start talking about something else or something.
Great 4-piece band, The Who. Edie, meaty, big and bouncy. 4 cats who are just Roger Daltrey, Peter Townsend, Keith Moon, John Entwistle. 4
Pete
cats.
Townsend was on Colbert last
guy.
week, I think it was.
I
There's a good interview with him on there.
I know all the songs from all the and I can't explain, Kids Are Alright, Happy Jack, Can't See for Miles, Pinball Wizard, great album by The Who,
Meaty, beady, big and
killer-
bouncy.
killer album.
Now, is that an album? Let me ask you this question. Like, it's not like a best of album because you named a lot of songs on there that are pretty popular. But is it a best of album or is it an actual release?
No,
it's the release.
single
Huh?
album.
I don't know that much about the Who and the history of it.
Just think about that. One album, not the greatest hits, not.
But it's got 7 songs right off the bat that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For cat. I mean,
The interview I watched with Pete Townsend last week is really good. He's talking about what's going on now in the last tour with the Who because good connection back to the Hillbenders again. But it's the last tour with Pete Townsend and Daltrey
long
right
story
now.
about the Hillbenders.
Or just
too.
happened. But
I
he
met
said
him
that he
many a
just
time, and I met you. I think I met you too. So,
anyway. The Who's cool, man. Yeah, rock on. Show us another one, Andrew, and then we'll do something else. We'll go right away from the
All right.
records.
Well, I did grab a bunch of CDs, but I realized almost the only vinyl I have in my house is my own vinyl. So I grabbed this one. This is the new Match Sellers release Psychobiography, and our banjo player Matt Hawkins, his twin brother, did all the artwork, and he's amazing. He does this he's like a transmission mechanic, and he kind of like finds all this. He makes basically found object art, and it's really really cool.
What's up, Hillbenders?
And,
Chad's out there right now. Somebody in Hellbenders out there right now. Nolan, Chad, or somebody. We like that intro. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really cool. His art's amazing, and I don't know, man. There's something about twins that's, the fact that he's a twin.
And the other twin's a musician, you say, so he's got some kind of crazy talent going on there too.
Yeah, and then our new bass player Dan for the Match Sellers, he was telling us when we were recording that record that his second son was like a twin, but it was one of those kind of like parasite twins where one of them winds up basically sucking off all of the nutrients and basically killing one of the twins. It happens when they're so young.
Sure.
But it was that was pretty trippy. And then and then my older sister was a twin, and my other sister died when she was 2. I never met her.
Oh, weird.
So anyway, there's all this twin stuff going on. So I thought the twin connection with the Psychobiography album, I don't know, it's just one of those kind of.
That's fairly recent, isn't it? When do you
yeah,
release
yeah.
this?
If a bizarre word is, it's matched.
Yeah, it's just
Matched.
magic.
Yeah, copied, similar.
Double mint. I go right to double mint gum. Twins.
What are you drinking there? And what state are you in?
This
He's in
is
Kansas.
a little Kansas City beer, Stockyards Brewing Company. They do a little bluegrass night on Sunday afternoons, and so that's kind of the local hang here. So I gotta drink their
Nice.
beer and support them.
What state
Yeah.
are you in? I'm sorry.
He's
I'm
in Kansas, Phil.
Kansas.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I feel like my beer having to come from Wisconsin, and I just had this funny little thing that happens with my brain where because
I
it's
have the greatest
it's
t-shirt.
bootleg, right? It's from another
Tell
state. You
Jake.
can't get it.
Keegan. Yeah.
You can't get this beer anywhere but Wisconsin. And the person that brought it to me is Han Solo, Omar Luhan Solo. Omar, if you're watching, thank you again. Anyway, I gotta
live
say
in
that 3 times an
Illinois.
hour. It's
I
not
can
the
get
beer, it's Omar.
whatever I want.
Yeah, that album is available on your out there on the website for Matt Scheller someplace.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep. So you can get it for Christmas. I'll ship it out myself. So
That's the best way from the artist, to the people. That's the best way for things to really make a difference these days. It seems like.
yeah.
Okay, who's up album wise?
I'll show one. I guess just keep going. Fuck it, we're here.
Yeah, let's do one more round. Yeah.
I got this is one of my favorite albums that came out in the last couple of years. Is this Sam Bush, Radio John, songs of John Hartford?
Nice.
So I got to see Sam Bush a couple. Well, I guess it was like April last year. This year, at John Hartford Days when we did it up there down Owensboro, and he played a bunch of these songs. And he had Jamie Hartford there singing with him, and Rodney Dillard was on the stage. Andrew, it was such a cool night of music. It was incredible. And this is just a great collection of John Hartford songs done by Sam Bush, who, if you ever watch old John Hartford videos, just check out the mandolin player. It's almost always Sam Bush. Post Newgrass Revival, or not Newgrass Revival, post Aeroplane Band, Sam was always around. So very important stuff. And John Hartford, you know how important he's been to all of us, and he's what brought us together, Andrew, his friends, and in our connection. What a crazy trip that is. There's another great song on here called Radio John that he wrote for the album, which is cool to do a tribute album. Like somebody like Sam could do that. Do a tribute album of all their songs and then go ahead and write a really great song to throw on the album with it. That just you're like, okay, awesome. Perfect, Sam Bush. Good job, buddy. Good job. Yeah, Radio John, songs of John Hartford by Sam Bush. Again, one of my favorites. Made in Canada, it says. Right there, they had to put a sticker on it. Made in Canada. Who knows?
Wow.
Some reason for that, I'm sure. Hey.
Fancy.
Yeah. We have a guest from Canada that comes on every now and then. We try to be international. It was an international show. We've interviewed all the way to Uganda, 7,777 miles from here.
Dang.
That's how that far it said it was. It said 7,777 miles that night when I checked. See how far away it was. That's a long way.
All right, Phil, what do you got?
Phil, you're up, album.
I got a friends of mine, Old Shoe, Old Country Home. Old version of them. Great pick. Love Matt, Joe, and Paul Priest, and the old version of.
Is John Reed on that one? He is. Yeah, the drummer.
Yeah, my buddies. Right. Quick and simple. Love
All
those.
right, well, I dug up this one. If you did Sam Bush, the cool thing about playing with the Hillbenders is it's just I've gotten some opportunities to play with some cool people, and we opened up for Sam Bush, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and that was awesome. And he brought out Alan Mundy, who is living in Springfield now. And so anyway, I've got this Alan Mundy record, Banjo Sandwich,
Wow.
which is total banjo nerd album. But Alan Mundy's just an absolute monster and a legend.
Is it
And, like,
instrumental? Is it an instrumental album?
It's an instrumental album, yeah.
Man.
He just Alan Mundy's so amazing. It was funny. We loaded in backstage, and Sam Bush was sound checking, and he was like, sorry guys, we'll be done in a little bit. And it's like, no man, I'll just listen to you sound check all day. This is amazing.
Right.
But he's like, sorry, we got to get Alan Mundy up here. He's gonna sit in with us for a tune, And Alan comes out, and Alan, he's still hanging in there, but he's getting up there. He's looking a little kind of little frail, when he walks. And he's like carrying this heavy banjo, and I keep thinking like, oh man, is Alan Mundy gonna fall here on stage? And then he just pulls it out. You're like, oh man, is he gonna make it? And then he just shreds. I mean, he just plays, and it just is like he just is the best. He's the best. Incredible.
That's awesome. He's in that old song, Tater Tate and Alan Mundy. I think it's called Tater Tate and Alan Mundy. That's the name of the song.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
That's how I heard his name the first time. So his name actually just started coming up in the last few months of my life. Or somebody else had brought his name up, and seen a couple different. It's just cool to see those names pop up in the bluegrass world. We need to make sure that people know who these people are, especially if they're still here and they're still playing. I mean, that's important, man. That's cool. Alan Mundy, yeah. Okay, I'll keep going. I got this one. I realized I never opened, and it's actually I helped do the artwork on it because it's a Band of Heathens album, and and we had to do a cutout cover, which I never had designed a cutout cover before. So I'm actually going to open it now because I never opened it, but because I don't know why I don't open it, but like I wasn't intentional. I just probably got like a whole bunch of records at one time. Did I open the right side? I did. Okay. But it's cool because I like when a record has it moves. You know, like when you do something happens on it and it moves. You know, like the door comes out, and then the door's on the front of the box set. But then you can flip it over, and you can stick it back in. Where because I always like reversing stuff around. But we designed this one so that when you flipped it over and put it back in, then the band. No, it didn't work that way because there's another insert in there. Hold on. I think. Now, this is like a magic trick. Have you ever seen those magic tricks on like the where something disappears? I think I just did it. That's weird.
You looking for the crackers or the sticker?
I'm looking for the baseball gum that's in there, man. No, anyway, when you put it the other way, it's the band in there, which is kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Band of Heathens. We're actually going to release an album with them this week. It's called Countrysides. I think it's coming out in like January, but the art's all done and they released the singles for it. It's some different music. I don't know. I like it. It's from Texas. Is it Texas? Is it country music? I don't know what it is. There's weird lines because if it's definitely country music, it's definitely country music.
We're live?
Oh shit, we're on the air, Phil. I forgot to tell you we was going live. Anyway, Band of Heathens.
Right,
This is when it starts to kind of flow. This is like the fourth round.
Real quick. One of the greatest bands, 4-piece, Alice in Chains. By far one of the greatest top 5 albums for me. Big fan. I'm Phil. I know it's a bluegrass show. Big fan of Jerry Cantrell, Lane Staley, Them Bones, Rooster. This album blows my mind. Big stuff.
I've seen your mind get blown before. It does happen, but not every day.
What?
Something actually I've seen your mind blow before. Like I've been around you long enough. I've seen that a few times. So what? You know, it's pretty amazing when it does happen.
What do you mean?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just talking out my chest. Trying to fill time here until we can get to the guest. Andrew Morris is going to be on our show in a few minutes, folks.
A few minutes. Oh wait, we're live. Oh, this is one I pulled out. I actually totally forgot about this record, but this is a really cool kind of punk record by this guy named Jay Retard, and
I've heard of him.
Yeah, this was his last record he put out on Matador called "Watch Me Fall," and it's really really good record, but it's just got this kind of cool spooky like.
It is spooky.
Haunting, almost like Brothers Grimm creature.
I was going to say like haunted house looking, yeah.
Yeah, and it was really sad. I think he actually committed suicide, but and I think this was his last record. But man, really, really good stuff. Yeah, Jay Retard.
Jay Retard, you said his first name, Jay.
Jay, yeah.
We said no politics unless it's in but that's okay. That was fine. That feels gone. We'll do another quick one real fast here on the show. I've got it out here. So this is my good friend Vince Herman. I got to work on this album cover. I should have a bunch of album covers I worked on. I guess it was like half and half, but like me and Scramble Campbell worked on this album together. Vince, when it was during 2020, when everybody was, and Vince didn't know what to do with himself. Nobody knew what to do with himself, so we recorded a good album. You know, it's a great album, and it's got like a lot of emotion in it. Like Vince is usually somebody we associate with a real good time and partying and having blast. But this album talks about like lost love and like the dancing and thinking about a woman he watched dance one time and things that he saw that touched him. You know, a really sensitive side of Vince Herman, which I don't know if everybody was expecting that when they got it, but it's a great album. I don't know that Vince has written much that I don't enjoy. So
yeah,
you know, be it Salmon or A Taxi or High Hawks Now or one by himself. He came on the show a couple times, right? He was like our third guest, I think. Maybe 3 or 4 Vince came on right at the beginning of COVID. And everybody the world was just flipping out. You know, even Vince was like, what the hell do we do? You know? And always been, and what he said about our show was, because we were kind of like apologizing for being weird or whatever. And he said it was just like hanging out with friends. So that's what we always want to portray with our show out there, you know. People that are checking it out there, I see the Hillbenders, I see Tracy Johnson and Jeff Singley and Tracy Neal. Good to see y'all out there. Saying hi to everybody. River Shelby, everybody, good to see y'all out there. Ty Pond, Jake West.
Great to see you all, whoever's watching.
Yeah. I don't always keep up with that, but every now and then it shows me like who's on there saying hi. It's cool to see. And tell us where you're at.
Tracy, good to see you, Tracy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're crazy.
Yeah, we don't see Tracy enough these days. I only get to see her like once a year, it seems like, and she's one of my favorite human beings.
Yeah.
Well, either Tracy Neal, I never see you. I haven't
Hi,
seen you for like
Tracy.
8 years, man. But it's good to see her out there in the world. Sometimes we interact with people on Facebook, and that becomes our relationship, and that's fine. It's sometimes hard to filter that relationship back into the personal relationship you have with the same human being.
Yeah.
Or the third person of that same human being is their name. So you've got a name, you've got a human being, and then you've got like a Facebook relationship. And you don't always put those things. Like you might see somebody's name pop up. I guess that's the Facebook relationship sometimes. And then you'll see like the person, you'll meet them, you'll be hanging out like 6 times over, and then you'll realize on the 7th time that you've been friends with them on Facebook for like 6 years, and you've been talking to them like every day of your life, like your best friend on Facebook, but you didn't know their name, connected to the human being that you're standing there talking to. Anyway, that's that. That's my PSA about Facebook. Careful who you add to your friend list, folks. There's a lot of weirdos out there.
Well, the wildest thing is when you have a buddy on Facebook who like uses a pseudonym, and
Oh,
then
sure.
you see it so often, and then you see them in person. Like I play with these guys, Catgut, and there's this really great flat footer in that band, and his real name is Jeremy Blaze, but on Facebook he's Arch Stanton, and so like it, I don't know, for a minute there it tripped me up, you know.
You ever had that
I think one
conversation?
time I actually introduced him on stage by his Facebook name and not by his real name, and he was like, "Hey, man, that's not my real name." I was like,
That's my nom de plume.
"My nom de plume."
Well, I
That's on Facebook. Everybody has a nom de plume now. Instagram is way more. Instagram's so screwed up. I don't even know who anybody is because everybody's got a nom de plume on there.
Yeah.
But you have that kind, and every now and then you'll be talking to the person in reality, and all those 3 relationships like merge into one relationship. It's kind of cool. That's an interesting world we're in. Anyway, yeah. I think it was
One of
your
my
turn, Phil,
favorite-
if you want to show another one, but we can just keep talking now. So go ahead, bud.
I was gonna say one of my favorite Instagram names is the Match Seller's old mandolinist, Brian McCarty, who's now playing with Special Consensus. His nom de plume on Instagram is HP Hovercraft, and I just
I'm
thought
friends
that
with
was
HP
great.
Hovercraft.
I just thought that was great. HP Hovercraft.
It is interesting. It's kind of speaks psychological a bit about who the person is a little bit. I mean, sometimes I get or just
At least
a little
at
revealing
least
maybe.
at least about their psychology at the time when they created the account,
Sure. My email address is Jive Afro, and that I got set up in like 1998 or something like that. Whenever I was in this funk band, or if I thought it was still cool or whatever when I was a kid, I wasn't. So I named it that. So it's been like stuck with me the whole time. But it only really applies to like 2 nights when I was like 19 years old with some buddies, a broken set of bongos, and a 2-string guitar, which turned into like 5 gigs, but that was it. But that was my name. That was my initial my email. I was stuck with. Well, nobody else is using it. I'll stick with it. Go figure. Anyway, it's funny as Gunny.
Well, my email account now is I got it in 2019. So I went and entered the Kansas State Fiddling and Picking Championships, and I won the banjo contest because there weren't very many banjo players there, and I happened to win. So immediately afterwards, I went online and got the Gmail address kansasbanjochamp@gmail.com. So you can email me at that email. But now it's terrible because I go to like the DMV and they're like, "What's a good email?" I'm like,
Let me just spell it out for you.
Yeah, I'm like Kansas Banjo Champ. They're like
At Gmail,
okay.
folks. Let's blow it up.
Yeah. Folks, let's blow it up.
Let's blow it up, folks. Send your emails. Book this guy. Play your parties. I'll tell you what. So is Matt Sellers on a hiatus right now? Can I ask that question?
Yeah. Well, so Julie and I are having a baby, so that's kind of the big news. And the baby's coming in March 3rd. And Julie, I don't know, as the pregnancy's kind of gone on, she's had a pretty good pregnancy, but she just has some days where she has like hard time breathing,
Yeah.
and where she like
It's no
can't
easy
do it.
task.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, she's got a like parasite growing in her, and so that I love deeply. but
These guys, I forgot to tell you, Phil. I think these guys might be from another planet. I'm not sure.
Well, they got nothing better to do in Kansas. It's like, what the hell are you doing in Kansas? I mean, seriously.
What's up,
Yeah.
D Mill? D Mill saying, yo, good to see you, D.
Play music or root for the Jayhawks. I mean, that's about it.
that's pretty much it. And so
Well,
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs, man. Oh wait, that's Missouri. That's right.
Or make moonshine, or make a family, or listen to the Flatlands. But it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
no, it's a nice thing. And so yeah, at any rate, Julie just kind of decided, yeah, she sort of wanted to step back, because some days she was good, some days she wasn't as good, and it's like, yeah, man, that's totally fair. So she's kind of taking off from now until the baby's born, and then a few months after that, and then I don't know, we'll just have to see. This is our first kid, so we'll have to see how this all fits into our life, and that's,
It's beautiful. It's an amazing thing.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, important thing. It's cool. We're excited,
beautiful
and
time.
Do you guys like to watch movies?
y-
Do you watch
yeah,
movies?
but we're kind of like,
Well, just because you're getting ready to have your first baby, and like the one thing that I remember whenever I was well, nobody told me this, but like before we had our first one, the only advice I give people is just go watch movies together like the whole way through, because you might not do that ever again in your life.
oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's a bad thing. You just when the babies come along, that becomes your part of your world. It's more. And a movie it doesn't seem like that big of a chunk of your day, but you won't get those 2 hours whenever after March 3rd.
Yeah. And that's
I don't
that's
know.
been the cool thing about having a kid is like all these people come out and tell me these stories that I'd never heard before, People kind of like share their experience of yeah, kind of what they went through that they would, never tell me about before, and it's pretty special actually, Even stories from like my parents or my grandparents, that I just had never heard before. And yeah, some of the people that are the closest to you, band members I played music with forever, start
Everything that
telling
you
me,
think you'll be concerned about when the baby comes will just disappear, and you'll be concerned about a whole bunch of new stuff.
yeah,
But it's beautiful, and Julie's always been one of my favorite players. You tell her, please, that we love her, and we think about her whenever we think of you. And it's amazing to see you guys approaching that.
yeah,
Matt Schellers are a powerful force, and recently in the last few years with the stuff with the debutantes and stuff that we can talk about too. But like that has been, I just love watching you guys just grow and advance and change, and new stuff come out, new music coming out of you, and new experiences. And it's not really just a concert, Phil. It's I had to say it's a production in a sense. There's a show to it. It's not just here's our songs. There's storytelling. There's interaction. The dance moves, right? No, there's not really
yeah.
dance moves.
Dance moves, sometimes ham bone.
Ham
We try to do all that, and so. But yeah, so anyway, for the next like 6 months or so, it's been really good. We have like basically some friends filling in for Julie for some shows that we have, and that's actually been really nice and really awesome to just sort of see that support of the music community. Like out here, I don't have any family in Kansas.
Okay.
Julie's family's out here, and they're great, but my family's all back in Indiana, and so it really feels nice that like the music community is kind of like my family here. So like for example, we have this gig coming up January 3rd, a private party for an old friend of ours, and we're trying to figure out who to get to fill in. And I call up Chad Graves. I was like, "Hey man, are you out with Keller or not?" And he's free, and so Gravy's gonna come up, and I haven't really got to pick with Gravy in years, so like really just like have fun and pick, not work, and so that's good. And Brian McCarty is gonna come sit in with us, and this great fiddle player Josiah is sitting in. So it's yeah, it's been really cool and special, and like all the sport's been just amazing. Yeah.
Well, we probably talk all night, but we spent a lot of time getting that band rig ready up there, and I'm not going to push you, but if you'd like to share a little bit of your music with people, I think they would really appreciate it. The Phil and John Zone it's about all of this. It's about the art, it's about the music, it's about the people. like I said, it started during COVID, so we really needed a vehicle to keep moving forward when we all got stuck. But folks, this is our good friend Andrew Morris here of the Match Sellers and the Hillbenders at this point, which is awesome. That just blows my mind. I love that.
Yeah.
Two of our favorite bands, and we're gonna let him have the stage if he'd like it for a minute, and we'll come back when he's ready, and we'll talk some more. And Phil, think of some questions and stuff, okay?
All right. All right. Well, yeah, I'll do a tune. This is going to be the next single that's coming out for the Hillbenders in a week. It's called A Club Called Surrender. And the record's really cool. It's got like drums and some synth on it and like some kind of psychedelic elements, but I'll just do a little stripped down version here. Everything that I've worked for, thrown to the wind, gone like a diamond, never to be felt again. And hold me fast, love me tender, show me all your gilded splendor. There's a painting I remember from a time when you cared. And in the middle of December, I became the newest member of a club called Surrender. Ooh. Oh, everything I've worked for, throw it into the wind. It's gone like a diamond, never to be felt again. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That's real pretty. That's real pretty, man. That's real nice. Real nice, Andrew. Nice and gentle walk. I like how it kind of deconstructed itself towards the end there. It's kind of like you just go to the note just down to that note. You know, I just like music's amazing. I'm not a musician myself. I've got a guitar. I strum it, sure, but I've just always been fascinated with what music does to the human brain and how it makes you feel.
Yeah, yeah, and that's was interesting. I was wanting to play that one because the single's coming out next week. Um, but like the recording's so different,
When
you
you said
know, like
synthesizer and drums, you're talking. There's a whole band that's gonna rock this. I mean,
yeah, it like really starts to groove. I mean, it's still kind of in that same soft vein, but you know, it really, man, it really develops nicely. The recording of it turned out great, and Jimmy like plays electric guitar on it, so like it's like, and he just starts ripping out some like starts sounding like the Allman Brothers there for a minute, and it's pretty cool. And I was kind of struggling figuring out how I was gonna even play this by myself because I've only ever played it with them and with the whole band, and so I sort of sat down and kind of worked up a few different little breaks and sort of trying to hit some of these dissonant, deconstructed sort of things in there, try to have it fall apart and come back together. It's a
it's
challenge when
beautiful.
you're just by
Yes.
yourself. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. It's beautiful. It's when an unplugged musician unplugs even further.
Yeah.
So you're talking about unplugged. If you ever, we're going all the way. Past Nirvana did great, sure, they unplugged and that changed the world, but like we just unplugged and unplugged.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Andrew.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
and
Yeah, that song was, you know, it's an older song. I've when I write, I just kind of like write stuff and just throw it in a folder and just sort of keep it hanging around forever, and I don't always have like a use for it. But when the Hillbenders, called and were like, "Hey man, would you think about joining the band?" You know, they're kind of going through this tough transition
Mhm.
and anyway, but it kind of worked out. It was like, man, there's drums and we got the opportunity for synth and like this is a tune that I didn't have any place for. I couldn't figure out how to make it work really in a bluegrass band setting. And so it was cool to bring it to those guys and like have them, kind of work on it in their way.
Is it true that the Hillbenders open up for the Who?
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It is
Yeah,
true.
unfortunately, that was like just before my time. I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago, and I just joined this year.
Nope.
But yeah, they said it was. We were talking about it in the van one day, and they just said it was incredible. And like Pete Townsend is up there, just like,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, we love this band. It's like get out there and buy the Hillbender stuff, and they're backstage, just like, oh man,
Yep.
Even a band like the Who's probably knows there's a lot of good music out there that people should check out. I mean, some people they can just listen to that for the rest of their life, that classic rock or whatever. But there's so much.
Well,
music.
yeah. I just brought up the album. It's my year. That's Goosebumps. I met one of the guys from the original Hill, maybe not you, but I recognize you.
The original Hellbenders. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, he played at Hartford, and I saw him at Batavia, and then we just opened up for the Who in St. Louis, and yeah. Anyway, I don't know his name. I don't
Well,
even.
was that probably when we had Frankfurt? They played at Frankfurt right when Nolan cut his hair and his beard off. Like right after that, like when he became out, and was like, they got a new guy leading the band. And he had
It's
just
funny how
changed.
many people we know, but I don't know their names, but I know their faces.
I don't know
Man, that's
everybody.
I,
No.
I get that all the time too. You like play music and so many people come up and shake your hand and like sometimes I feel bad because I just can't remember everyone's name.
Nope.
But
I'm
and I
Phil.
and hey Phil,
Nice to meet you.
but no, you feel bad because I
Hmm.
really like love and care about everyone that comes to a show. I mean, I genuinely do. I'm not just saying that. I like uh
For some
I
reason, we
just really
remember faces first, and names are there. We all got the same names. We share them all. There's Andrews and Phils and Johns all over the place. But the faces are always so individual. No matter if they resemble somebody, they're still a new person every time you meet a new person. I think that like sticks to us. The name thing, it happens to us too. And there is a feeling of guilt that happens where you're like, I kind of really wish I remember this person's name. It'd make them feel better. It'd make me feel better that I remembered it, but it might help their day too, because they obviously know who I am or who you are.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, and it's just kind of terrible because it's like you just meet so many people and it's you know I really value them, and like kind of growing up in normal society, it's like if you forget somebody's name, it's really like rude, you know. It shows
It
people that
is.
you don't
Get over
respect
it. Get
them.
over it. Move on.
That's what it feels like. No, that's what it still
That's
feels
what
like.
it feels like.
It's ingrained in us to feel that way. I think, because of that way, because of that point.
But the
But
cool
meeting,
thing is like growing up and getting into like kind of more of the hippie festival culture is like people are not like that. And in the music fest, you know, you see them, you forget their name and what they don't, you know, they don't care. It's not disrespectful. It's just like, hey man, yeah, we're all here for the
Well,
love,
put
and
it
that's
this
awesome.
way. Me and John do artwork. John, whatever. I do an album for a band, and yeah, they know my name, but five guys come up to me or whatever. The band, hey Phil, do I know everybody's name? Heck no.
Yeah.
we still do it. We
Okay.
still like we've got 5 friends with us. We'll introduce the person we just met to all 5 of them, like
Well,
right
yeah,
there, and it's
they
like,
come up to
good
you.
luck. There's Rob and Dave and Chill and and that's Meatloaf on the end. That's the only one you're gonna remember. The nom
And
de
I'll
plume
make
again.
notes. Who are you? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh wow, a lot of storytelling in your music, Andrew. You tend to tell a story with your lyrics and your prose per se. I appreciate that. Were you always a writer? Like before music, did you write?
Yeah, actually I did. Yeah, when I was a kid in elementary school, I was always kind of writing stories. It was funny. Julie actually found, or my mom found this thing and gave it to Julie. That was one of the first stories I wrote, and it was like, you know, a very, very thinly veiled autobiography of a brother who was mad at his evil older sister, who had to like, you know, fight his evil older sister. Uh, so
So
it was very thinly veiled, but
the thinly veiled true story, right? Yeah, I love
Hey,
based on
Andrew, are
based
you
on
on
true
this one?
events.
hey, I'm not on that one, no.
Okay.
But that's a great record. Yeah, you got
Well,
it.
Yeah. Bands go through transitions. Bands, they don't. You put 5 or 6 guys in a room, they're gonna have a blast. And they might do really great things, but one of those guys inevitably is gonna have to change, or something's gonna change in their world. And bands transition. And if the music's good enough, it continues and carries on. And
Yeah. And the good
but
thing is like since the shows I've been playing with the Hillbenders now, the crowds have been super supportive, you know. I was
yeah,
really, you know, nervous because like Mark Cassidy is really one of my favorite banjo players, you know. He's just incredible and I really respect and care for the guy and like, you know, it's just like I'm not him, you know, and no one wants me to be. But anyway, the crowds, the Hillbenders, you know, fans have been super supportive. They're like come up and they're like, "Yeah, man, we really like what you're doing. We totally understand. Like transitions
hold
happen
on,
and
Andrew. Have you ever met you before? Because you're a nice guy. You perform well. You shine. I think you should. Yeah, it's nice that they remind you of that because you really do when you play. And I can imagine you in a new scenario like that. It's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be fresh for them too. It's pretty cool. And
yeah,
banjo is
but
not your
no,
main
yeah, it's
guitar.
not my main instrument. I've been like sitting down woodshedding really hard, you know, trying to get my chops up and but no, man, the people have been super great and the band's been awesome. They're like all about all about it. But I mean, you look at almost every band, you know. I mean, the Hillbenders like their original lineup, I think they were together 16 or 17 years. That's really rare,
It
you
is.
know.
It is.
And but you know, just a couple different things happen, opportunities come up and, you know, and life goes on. I mean, even with the
cheers.
match sellers, like it started with my now wife, Julie, the two of us, and I'm looking at like playing for 6 months without Julie, and it's like I I mean that's really hard, but
Well, and you guys and your voices are you're like one performer when you're on stage together. I'd like
yeah,
to
yeah,
state
you
the way you
know,
perform together.
we
Um,
like learned how to play together, you know, we
mhm.
learned the music together. We would like drive in the car, listen to the Stanley Brothers and like, you know, practice singing harmony in the car and like, you know, we like played, you know, several years. We were playing like 200, 300 days a year, you know, and like that's, you know, it's really hard, you know, but But yeah, but like you can't get mad at anyone for like having a transition, changing in their life. Like I mean, what are you gonna do? You can be mad about it, but that doesn't change
So
anything. It doesn't help anybody.
if Gravy's playing in Julie's position, do you guys sing "Dancing in the Kitchen" to each other?
I'll have to bring that up to
Stevie
Greg.
wants to do that one. I just that's my mind immediately goes to that song. It's so nice and pretty, and it's between you guys. It's so soulful and heartfelt. So I can see Gravy over there, like if he's got a full beard still, I'm not sure, but like I can see him like singing that back to you in harmony.
No, I'm not gonna allow that, John. That's not gonna
Okay,
happen
that's
on
probably
my watch.
you probably aren't in charge of that stuff anyway. All right, no, that's cool.
Do you have another song for us?
Yeah, I could do another one.
I would
No
love
pressure.
it.
We appreciate everybody giving really good positive feedback on the page over there. People are really enjoying it. Andrew, thank you for doing this again. It means a lot to me to see you first of all, and to spend the time and laugh together. It's like I said, hanging out with friends. That's what that's what this is all about. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll do one more. Well, I'll give you an option. I can either do a banjo tune. This is kind of like a little show
like
banjo
options.
number I've been working on, or I am on December 30th playing like a John Hartford tribute show. And so I have a John Hartford deep cut.
okay,
I'll take
that I
number
could
2.
play.
I think you know what I'm going to say on that one. I love
All
the
right.
long acoustic banjo numbers, but I would like to hear the John Hartford deep cut from Andrew Morris.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
All right,
Andrew.
we'll do this deep cut and see if you have a clue of what record this is from.
All right.
It is from one of his records,
I
okay?
may know. All right, well, but maybe not.
All right, we'll give it a shot here.
Okay.
On guitars, the ends of new fingers get sore. On fiddles, they holler, hey, second, one more. In time, the crowd is all stomping the floor. As to pain, this old music is blind. Before we can stop, we all start up again, raising another old tune in the den. And nowhere in sight any sign of an end to this music seducing my mind. You sure got that right, my wife says to me as I read her the scratchy old bad rhymery. You're the last one to stop and the first one to stay until everyone's cased up and gone. There never was nothing no better than love. At least there ain't nothing that I can think of. And fiddling will get it and drive it away if you're not careful when to go home. A professional knows when to just disappear, but me it seems one more tune I must hear. And through all this fiddling it starts to get clear why we'll never be top of the charts. But it's so just as well that it all stays just so, or we might have to share it with folks we don't know, from places we know we would not want to go, in ways that would just break our hearts. On guitars, the ends of new fingers get sore, but after a while they're toughened and more to be used for what fingers were meant to be for, like the ones attached here to me. Now I think of the things that we all might have been, if not for a stroke in this old violin. I think of the things that our children might be if they don't get caught up in this fiddly-dee-dully-dee. Mm. Yeah.
Now I don't know the title, but I know the song, but I don't know. It's just in my head, in the catalog in my head. But is it? It's not Hoot or Thunk It.
It is. You got
Is
it.
it Hoot or Thunk It? Okay.
Dang, nice.
He has a lot of stuff that's so obscure, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't even, does he say it in the song somewhere along the way?
No, no.
Who'd have thunk it? But it's. I mean, the idea is who would have thought that, right? But like who'd have thunk it? I guess is the. Anyway,
Yeah.
I cheated. I googled that lyric, the scratchy rhymery line, but I just and then it was even cryptic where I found it. I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna guess, but I can't take the credit for bullshitting you, Andrew. But that's beautiful. That is a deep track, and it had a little heafing in it, a little heaf at the end there, And what's really strange about that, okay, because it's Christmas time. And there was a whole joke on Saturday Night Live about you never see your cousins except they come out at Christmas and then go back to the cousin planet. And so, like, this last week, I've seen a lot of cousins. And just today, I saw the only cousin I know that knows how to heave. He was at the Mexican restaurant we had lunch at. And he sat right across from us. And I saw Lonnie today. And when I was a kid, he used to show us heafing. And he was like, he would show us how to do it,
They might be giants. That's a good one.
Does he remind you if they might be giants a little bit?
They might be giants 100%.
Yeah, that's funny. That's great. Yeah, that is a deep track. That is a very, very deep
That
track.
was very good. Very good.
Everybody said such good things in the comment section. I'll have to read them later if you get a chance, Andrew. I have one question I asked every guest that comes on the show. I try to, and I word it differently every time because I don't remember. I know the gist of the question. Like when you were little, and you first remember music coming into your life, like you were like, "What's that? What is that?" Like, and somebody had to kind of tell you that's what was music. Do you remember what it was that pulled your ear? An early musical memory is the gist of the question. Like a very early musical memory. Because it all starts somewhere with us.
Yeah, that's such an interesting question because I didn't really grow up in like a musical family, but I do remember the first music I really heard and really loved was the Temptations.
Nice.
Like I don't know if it's like I'm from northern Indiana, it's somewhat close to Detroit. I don't know, but like
Your parents
I
listen.
just
Your mom
remember
listened to
hearing that
R&B
like
stuff, or do like your
that
parents
like
listen to R&B?
My Girl, Just My Imagination, like
Yeah.
Papa was a rolling stone, my son. Yeah, like that tune blew my mind, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really remember like riding around in the car with my mom and like listening to the Temptations and loving it so much, and then going and getting a CD. And I had this like boom box in my bedroom, and I put the Temptations CD in there. It was like some greatest hits thing, and I would just like listen to it over and over and over again. And what I thought was so magical about it was like you could listen to it 100 times, and it was there was always something new there. Like I'd listen to it all the way through and just listen to the bass, like do do do
Okay.
do
Yeah.
do 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 do, and you
Try
just
to
like
hear
listen to
the
like what the
parts.
bass is doing the whole time, and then you
Mhm.
could go back and listen to like like just what the drum groove is doing, or there like if then when I figured out there was stereo stuff, that was amazing because then you could like really hear like, oh, there's just this little guitar right over here in my left
Right.
ear doing this little thing, and you just go back and listen to it again and again, and
Yeah, I can
But
see
the
what I can see what
Temptations
brought
were
you
really
here.
one of my
Good song.
first loves. Yeah.
Music is very important to us all. It got us all here in one way or another. I met people who don't have a taste for music. That does happen from time to time. But for the most people in my life, music is our it's pulling us, And even as artists, and me and Phil both, we've pointed ourselves towards music. We paint at festivals. We go and we sport. Make the posters. We do the stuff for music and musicians we love to make sure it's part of our
Are you
world still.
speaking?
I'm talking for you, Phil. Yeah, you can say something if you'd like to.
No.
What-
You're
Is that
completely right.
Is that an autographed copy of Jerry Jeff Walker in the background? It looks like it's autographed.
Pretty much. Oh, yeah, it is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. But anyway,
Yeah.
Andrew,
I mean-
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Phil.
No. That was great stuff, Andrew. Great voice.
You got a pretty voice. Now, thank you again, Andrew. I appreciate your friendship and your time tonight, especially for being part of the Phil and John Zone.
Yeah,
Is
man.
there any-
Thank you guys. Thanks for doing this, putting this on, and I'll never forget John Griffin because you messaged
What about
me out of
me?
the blue somewhere, and I will definitely, probably, maybe never, maybe in not too long of a time forget Phil. All right, but
All right. Tell Jake I said hello
all
from
right.
Moonshroom.
All right, I'll let him know. But no, I'll
I'm the
never forget
record
John
guy.
because I just wanted to thank you, John, for
I emailed you out of the blue for some reason.
well, no, a long time ago you emailed me out of the blue and gave me a drawing for like a Bluegrastronauts thing that we wound up using on a T-shirt, and like that meant you have no idea how much that meant to me. We were so broke at that point in time, and like you
Good,
sent
that
that.
helped.
And it helped a lot, and it also gave me like some sense of validation because I always just thought you were just so cool, you know. I was like, man, John's always so cool. Like
John Griffin
John-
is really cool.
I love
John-
music and I want to put my art towards it. And I don't do that for every band that I see, Andrew. I'm seeing hundreds of bands a summer, easily. But something about what you guys did, or maybe I paid attention to the lyrics, or I gave it a little time. It touched me enough that I wanted to reach out and do something like that for you guys. I felt like it's my way of contributing to your music, to your, and if it helped you along the way, even if it's gas tanks, that's important stuff, man.
That's what we do. I mean, we had some people, musicians. I mean, hey, we did a couple hundred shows. It's expressing your feelings in music, and yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now
No,
you
I
owe
mean,
us
just
$50.
yeah. I'll Venmo you now the back pay, but yeah, man. No,
No, I
thanks.
just want a backstage pass when at the Hillbenders show or whatever you do. That was
All
good
right.
stuff, Andrew. I mean, you
Yeah.
gotta. Okay, but
Backstage
one
Pass
plug.
at Bluegrass Festival is an interesting place. It doesn't usually get you a whole lot of perks.
Sometimes there's free beer in a cooler.
There might be some sandwiches or some roast beef or something around
You
there.
know, the best thing is a smile going, "Hey, man, I know you." That's it. That's
No,
it.
that's nice
it.
of you to say that, Andrew, about the artwork. That was like I said, it was your music hit me that day and it was important. I've reached out to a lot of musicians along the way and just I can contribute that stuff. It's in
Well, yeah,
a silly
yeah,
picture
man,
of a.
yeah, thanks. I mean, really, just genuinely thanks. It was just, I mean, yeah, it was just like kind of.
Hey, keep
I felt
jamming and buckle
validated.
down.
It was
The
amazing.
tornado's
It was
coming
awesome.
in Kansas, man.
Yeah,
In Kansas, there's a town that's actually Wizard of Oz based.
It's a beautiful thing.
We
Well,
almost
there you
stopped there. We almost stopped there on the way back last time. We were looking for rooms. We ended up staying in Kansas City.
No, you got to keep going. They say you
Um,
got to keep
But
going.
if I'd have known Andrew was there, I went and knocked on his door and asked for plum pudding or whatever. But
yeah. Next time.
yeah. Anyway, brother, it's real good to see you. Thank you for being part of the Phil and John Zone. We'll let you go now. We've had you for an hour. We do appreciate your time.
All right.
Anything else
thank
you want to tell
guys.
people? We'll send them your way. Hopefully you'll get a couple follows after tonight. Who knows? I don't know how it works, but thank you, brother. Tell Julie the same, okay?
All right, we'll do. Thanks, guys. Take care.
What are you doing?
Hold on, there we go.
Bye, Andrew.
All right, me and you, Phil, we're still live, but it's just me and you now. We'll do a little more before we let everybody go. That was nice, Andrew Morris, folks, from the the Match Sellers. I get stumbled when I start doing names and stuff.
Yeah,
That's okay. It's all part of the fun. And that was 5 records tonight, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Should have played his outro music too.
Anybody Washington?
Oh, we had dozens tonight, bud. Dozens.
Like Baker's dozen.
Dozens.
Thank you!
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, dozens of viewers tonight. Thank you, dozens of viewers for coming in. Actually, we had a great conversation with people in the chat room tonight. It was nice to see everybody out there talking to Jeff Singley and Taylor Heath. Everybody who was out there tonight. Good to see everybody. Hopefully, we'll see all of you from as we do this. So we probably don't do a show directly at Christmas, but next week's not Christmas yet. And somewhere I had a guest for next week written down, but I can't find that list because there's all this stuff right in front of me. You got a lot of stuff right in front of you too, Phil.
I just yeah, I do.
You pick like a random item and show people like something that's in front of us.
Okay. You want to do the random 5 thing? All right.
I'll do it. So to start, I'll start with this feather.
Okay.
I think it's a turkey.
Could be.
Something along those lines. But Phil and John Zone number 2,971. What's right in front of us?
Here's a picture of my uncle and his fans back in the day. All right, that's number one.
You say his
He's up
fans?
there. Okay.
Oh, he's an artist. He's a painter, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, he was.
What the heck is going on here? That's tied on there. I can't show you that. That's tied on to something. I got right here is a pipe that my friend Tom Johnson made. He made homemade woodworking. So this is just right in front of me on the desk because there's usually a pipe in front of me on the desk because that's going to turn into, oh, hilarious. Zigzags are floating through. There's papers floating by. Not zigzags. Anyway, there's always stuff in front of us.
Oh, yes, there is. On my shelf, here's the Conehead. I love the Conehead. Oh, the Conehead.
Is that Beldar? That's Beldar Conehead.
Oh.
Right here in front of me on my desk, I have a clay ocarina that I made.
Sounds like one from a Cooker's Nest. Here's I
Yeah,
want to
sure,
do
Cooker's
bands on
Nest.
piece of work.
I'm dropping you off
Shomar
at
Cynic.
Nurse Ratchet's booth.
Shomar Cynic band. Back in the day when he's everywhere. He's pretty sick. Shomar Cynic. Boop, boop,
Got-
boop.
I got some stoner's ID he left in my weed rolling tray. Looks like my dad in the 70s.
First thing that Phil made was
Anyway, folks, that's the Phil and John Zone. You know. Oh,
Here's a
that's
sticker I found. Phil and John Zone. That's you.
Yeah.
That's me, or that's you or me. I don't know. One of you.
here's powdered toast, man.
Mm-hmm.
Why I have that on my desk? I'm not sure. That was somebody gave me that. It's a fun sticker. I'll put
Here's
that
a
in.
little. I thought about. Here's your little skateboard, John.
Yeah, skateboarding. Did you see my Snoopy skateboarding thing I sent you today? Wasn't that great? The memes on your phone, they say. Yeah, see what else? There's something else right here. I'm sure that I haven't showed you yet. Oh, here's a really great coaster. You like coasters? The coasters, you know? Why is everybody? You know the coasters? That was actually my first concert I ever went to. Was the coasters?
Dude, if I had pulled.
It's maybe a good outro. Here we go. This is a coaster for Ernie Hill, though. Yippee! He's been on our show before. He'll be on the show again. We may lose Phil, but we may end the show. Anyway, folks, because it's been a good night. It's been Wednesday, December 10th. We had a blast. The Phil and John Zone, whatever number it
Okay.
is. Oh, you're back. You're back. Okay, I was getting ready to end the
I'm
show
back.
because I was worried that you were going to come back. And
Yeah, it was. Yep. It's good. What do you got?
Well, I just showed it. It's your turn.
Oh, my turn. Okay, I got to do it. Okay. All right. Here's one. Here's my favorite picture of my mom who passed away recently, sitting by the river, right by me. You can't get up, and you're, hey, mom, I love you.
wait, hold
She's
on.
always with you, Phil. We love you.
You're up.
And we're glad.
Well,
Well, I don't know. I trying to be clever is on the spot is interesting. Here I got a homemade knife somebody made for me out of wood. You ever see a wooden knife before?
It's a piece of driftwood you got at the river.
Can I ask John?
Oh, it's hardwood, but it's been carved. It's been carved and shaped into a knife shape. So you can use it to cut bread or butter, or you can use it to stab if you need to stab. I don't usually stab very often though, but it's a knife that my friend made. I do have the very first hemp necklace I ever made, but it's tied onto this lamp, so I don't know if I can show it to you. Because for some reason I tied it on the lamp.
Are we still live?
We are still live, so we're trying to come up with an outro moment.
Oh,
It was like that was the show.
I got more
you know?
stuff. I got more stuff.
Um,
You cannot move out of your chair though. I got to grab something.
Here, hold on. I'll grab
Yeah.
it.
but we can't move
No,
out of
you
the chair.
can.
That's the trick.
Look, I
I like that.
All right. This is my friend Bart Simpson. Hello.
I think you showed Bart Simpson before, man. I'm gonna call it. I
You're
think.
getting up off the chair. You cannot move off the chair. That's the game.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna call it. But I show. Hold on. I guess I don't really have anything else to show.
All right. Bye.
So well, don't have to go anywhere yet. Don't leave. I mean,
I'm not
could
leaving.
miss out on the big thing that's gonna happen next.
What's going to happen next?
I don't know. This the outro.
Good evening. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
We're definitely gonna kick off the alert. But it's Christmas time, folks. I'm Phil and John. Don't want to wish you happy Christmas.
Hello, Bill Walker.
Thanks for tuned in. Please come back. Do your time.
Hi, Mama.
Do yourself. Thank you for this day.
Thank you. Christmas time's coming. Christmas time's coming. Christmas time's coming. And I know I'm going home. Snowflakes falling. Old home's calling. Tall pines are humming. Christmas time's coming. Can't you hear them bells?
It's later
Yeah, I mean-
than you think. Enjoy.
That's
Still on this.
heavy. I haven't heard that one. I've never heard that song by Johnny Cash. You can hear the backup band being heavy. I call it heavy. And
Enjoy
yeah.
yourself. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. You work and work all day long.
I
You're
call it
always
income.
on the go.
It's like
You never take a minute off. Too busy making
I don't want to
dough.
hear a
Someday
cover
for sure
band
you're gonna
that
see the
when they're
world, you're
into
gonna
it.
really get around. How
Holly's
far
in
you
the
gonna
window.
travel?
Home is
You're
where
6
the wind
feet
blows.
under.
Can't walk and running. Christmas time's coming. Can't you hear
Johnny's
them
singing with the
bells
band.
ringing? Joy,